Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about a claim that has been going around recently. Russia joins Iran. Mossad HQ bombed in Israel, morning attack shocks world. Before getting into details, let me say up front that I have found no credible confirmation from reliable, independent sources that Mossad headquarters in Israel was bombed in a joint Russia-Iran attack. Many of the signals suggest this is either misinformation or unverified rumor, but it's worth examining why such rumors emerge, what we do know, what is plausible, and why caution is essential when sharing such news. To begin, nothing in major international outlets Reuters, AP, BBC, Al Jazeera, etc. confirms any such event. No credible imagery, no official statement from Israeli authorities, from Russian or Iranian governments, supports the claim that Mossad HQ was bombed. In general, when large intelligence or security targets are attacked, there is usually at least acknowledgement, denial, admission, or partial confirmation. None of that seems to exist for this particular story. That suggests strongly that this is either misreporting, propaganda, or a false narrative being circulated. So what is the source of this claim? It appears to stem from social media posts, videos with provocative titles, sometimes short, sensational messages. On platforms like X, Telegram, or YouTube, people are sharing headlines like Mossad HQ bombed in Israel, morning attack shocks world, or Russia joins Iran in attack on Mossad. These often lack evidence, citing no named officials, no verifiable photos, or credible journalism. This pattern of information often spreads fast because it's sensational. It plays on fears, tensions, and real historical distrust between states. But without verification, it should be treated skeptically. It's useful to contrast this with what is documented in the broader Israel-Iran conflict. There have been missile strikes, airstrikes, drone activity, cross-border incidents, sometimes targeting intelligence or military facilities. For instance, in June 2025, there were Israeli strikes on Iranian military infrastructure, missile factories, and air defense systems. Also, Iran has launched retaliatory missile attacks at Israel over time. There is also concern, acknowledged even by regional experts, about possible escalation if external powers directly intervene. Russia, for example, has condemned Israeli strikes on Iran and labeled some as unprovoked. But condemnation is different from joining in military action. Next, could Russia plausibly join Iran in such an attack? In theory, yes. Geopolitics allow for alliances shifting, and there are shared interests in some arenas between Russia and Iran. But militarily, launching a bombing on Mossad HQ in Israel would be a huge escalation. It would likely mean crossing red lines for many actors, and it would invite massive retaliation. Such an action would be globally significant, and it's almost certain that independent intelligence or satellite imagery would leak or be seen. As of now, nothing credible like that is publicly verified. Another angle is looking at why such false claims or exaggerated rumors spread. One reason is propaganda. Parties or actors who want to amplify tension, destabilize trust, or influence public opinion may create or share exaggerated or false stories. Another is misinformation, where people misinterpret or mislabel something. For example, a smaller strike or explosion in some region being claimed as bombed Mossad HQ. Also, sometimes satire or parody get mistaken as real news. The internet echo chamber amplifies all of this. It's also worth noting some precedent events that are real and documented, which may be being conflated. For example, in October 2024, there was an Iranian missile strike targeting several Israeli military facilities, including some linked to intelligence, which reportedly caused damage around Mossad-related locations. That was real, but nothing like a joint Russia-Iran attack on Mossad HQ has been confirmed. Separately, the ongoing war, like exchanges between Iran and Israel, have featured drone attacks, missile barrages, underground operations, etc. So the environment is one where dramatic claims are plausible in people's minds, which makes them more susceptible to believing rumors. Given all this, here is what seems most likely. This Mossad HQ bombing story is a rumor or false claim, possibly born from misinterpreting an unrelated incident, or even fabricated to stir fear or attention. Until there are confirmations from reliable sources, credible journalists, satellite images, official statements, this claim should be treated as unverified and possibly false. What are the consequences if people believe it regardless? There are many. It can increase tensions in the Middle East, provoke unnecessary fear. It can be used politically by various actors to justify escalations. It degrades trust in media when false rumors spread widely. On the other hand, if a legitimate incident is taking place, disbelieving everything would also be dangerous. So the balance is in verifying carefully. So how to verify? Check multiple trusted international news outlets. See if there are statements from Israeli authorities, from Russia or Iran. Look for satellite imagery. Check for independent intelligence or think tank assessments. Look at timelines. If such a strike occurred, there should be aftermath, damage, injuries, perhaps claims of responsibility. Fact-checking sites often will weigh in. Also watch whether this claim is repeated by credible experts, not just social media influencers. To sum up, this particular story, Russia joins Iran, Mossad HQ bombed in Israel, is currently unsubstantiated. There is no credible confirmation. The surrounding Israel-Iran conflict contains enough real